Aloha amigos. So, welcome to the live stream. Hold on, just let me clear my lens. Clean the lens. I'm still here, guys. I'm not shifted into another dimension, into the void. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to another live stream. So, hi, Soup Beer. Namaste. Good day. Nice to see you. So, we've just begun. The live channeling will begin in a few moments. Thank you very much, Sukhbir. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Looks like you're perhaps joining us from India. Singh, classic Indian name. My tutor at college was called Mr. Singh. Hi, Babito. What does human utopia look like to you guys? So we're starting to get some questions already. So the questions are flooding in. So yeah, so welcome to the live stream, guys. So yeah, so last time we did it, we got kind of swamped with questions. So if you have an important question, I suggest you type it in the box now, because I probably won't get to all the questions at the bottom. I think the super chat option should be available. So it's like send money, like a money icon or something, where you have the opportunity to make a donation, and then that'll get your question boosted to the top. So you can always use, so if there's loads of questions and you think your question won't be answered and you want to get it boosted, you can use the super chat option to send me some dollar, and it will rank your question to the to the top of the chat. So you can use the super chat option to get and then your question will definitely get answered. You can also use the super chat or that super sticker thing, I'm not sure what that is, to make me a donation if you just want to send me some cash to support the live stream. And so yeah, so thanks for joining, guys. We've got lots of people online already. That's really awesome. So I guess we'll just go straight in. I was going to talk a little bit about how I got into this, maybe just quickly. So if you're new to this is an extraterrestrial channeling. This is where I connect with extraterrestrial beings, very, very real physical beings. They're kind of in a higher dimension, but they do have physical bodies. I kind of connect through my heart and my higher chakras telepathically. I sync up with their energy, and by syncing with their energy, I can kind of have the same thoughts as them at the same time. It's not that they're actually within me, it's that we're syncing energy bodies, like we're making a telepathic connection. And telepathy is actually becoming like on the same vibrational frequency at the same time. And when you match the same vibrational frequency as any being in creation, you have the same thoughts at the same time. This is why couples in like romantic relationships often have the same thoughts at the same time, because they're on a very similar frequency. They're very connected energetically. And so this started for me back in 2008. I was doing Dr. Stephen Greer's CE5 ET contact meditations for a few weeks, and I had a sight of 3 UFO sightings over my parents' house back in the UK. One where I said to it in my mind, if you're a UFO, move up and down. It did that. It was like this golden ball of light. And it suddenly went ping, 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 and then disappeared. And so I knew there was something going on. A little while after this, as I believe a side effect of doing the contact meditations and visualizing, connecting with grey ETs, I came across the channelings of Bashar channeled by Darrell Anchor. I followed his teachings for about a year, and then in September of 2009 I had an ET contact experience in the forest back in the UK, not too far from my parents' house, where Well, it was a really bizarre awakening experience. I didn't actually remember the experience at the time, but somehow I knew ETs were real after it. I knew something had happened because I completely changed, like radically, like my energy like went through the roof in this experience, and I was a completely different person afterwards. Well, thank you for the super chat, Babito. I really appreciate it. So, and I'll get to your question first in a minute. And so after this, a few days after this, I went back to the forest because I wanted to get back into the energy state. It was like a state of euphoria and bliss, and I was trying to get back there again after, like we do after spiritual experiences. And I had a telepathic communication with the ETs, which I now believe was most likely the Yahyel, and I've been channeling ever since. So I just have a small drink of agua. Or a large drink. So we got a lot of questions before the call. There was about like 30-40 questions or something before we even started, and a lot of them were from the same people. So please just try and keep your questions just to one or two. You're welcome to ask more than one question, but try not to like put a list of 10 questions up all at once. Like try and keep your questions down. If you've got some really important questions, you can ask them. And we'll start with the live streaming questions. And I have actually written down all the questions that were asked before we started. So perhaps I'll try and answer them. I'll look through them and see what are important, and I might answer them in some other videos over the coming week or so. So so I'll go to the channeling state, and I'll start with the questions at the top of the live stream, starting with the super chat question, and so you can make a donation and get your question answered first. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll go into the channeling state now. It'll just take me a few moments. I'll do some deep breathing, make the energetic connection, and then we'll go. And hold on one moment. Just need to make it so I can shut the door easily in case we get some people outside. I might shut it in a minute anyway. I think the lighting will look better if I shut it. But it's nice to have a bit of fauna in the background, don't you think? Thank you, Zaria, for the super chat. I'm just thinking, Zaria, for the super chat, you just said you sent a super chat for PLN 23.99, and I'm going to sense what start of the world are in, but luckily I don't know what currency PLN is. Otherwise, it'd be a big giveaway, because it doesn't sound like it's obviously not US dollars or UK pounds. So I was getting a feeling anyway, but we'll see what comes through when the Yahyel connect. It's not highlighting the super chats, so I do my best to answer them first. I think we'll be okay because it tells me some money's coming, so I'll be able to see the money's gone up, and I can check back. It's all a bit complicated while channeling. So I think we'll be all good. All good. Oh yeah, we got another one coming. Some more money gone in. Thank you guys. Appreciate the dollar. Hello, hello, good day YouTube, good day planet Earth. We are very excited to interact with your civilization in this way at this time. It is very uplifting for us, it is very uplifting for the channel to be able to have such a broad spread, frequential expression of our vibration in your reality at this time. For the idea is that when we connect with people in different areas of the world in this format at this time, we are all together co-collectively creating a new physical vibration in your Earth sphere environment. For as you connect with our frequency and we connect with your frequency, we actually all begin to match each other's frequency. And so the frequency of extraterrestrial contact, the frequency of our civilization, the Yahyel, and the frequency of expansion and growth and increasing consciousness and frequency of your civilization, we're all connecting together. And so know that each and every one of you tuning in and watching this call, including in the pre-recorded version in another future now, but specifically and especially in the live stream in this way. You are each standing as a beacon and, in a sense, radio broadcasting our frequency, the frequency of open contact and the frequency of the expansion of Earth and the upliftment and salvation of humanity into your area. And we are creating kind of like an energetic grid. So each and every one of you watching this transmission at this time are acting as a kind of antenna, sending out a vibrational frequency up into your stratosphere, up into your atmosphere, and around you in your reality. And the frequency goes up into your stratosphere and connects from the stratosphere, kind of like a radio frequency broadcast system. And we actually, all of us, connect our energies and create a stabilizing energy frequency grid of consciousness around the Earth, which is assisting with the upliftment of humanity and the rebalancing of your world. So thank you all for your service to humanity in this way. Thank you all for your service to humanity and your willingness to explore more of who and what we are and you are at this time. And with that said, we shall open this up to the question and answer modality. So let the channel begin to scroll up and find the questions, and we shall begin to communicate with you. So the first super chat question is from Babito7. Can you tell us more about the spirit world? Well, in a sense, the spirit world is both beyond and within this reality. For you actually exist within the spirit world. Your physical being, your physical consciousness, your physical body actually exists within the spirit world, and you are actually the spirit world. It is not actually that you need to learn to access the spirit world. It is actually that you need to remember that you actually exist within the spirit world. For the spirit world is actually who you truly are, where you come from. And you are actually a spirit being having the dream of a physical experience within the spirit world. So what you call physical reality is actually an experience you are projecting from the spirit world within your consciousness to have the kind of illusory experience of a physical world experience. So it is kind of like the classic phrase from your Star Wars movies that the Force binds us, the Force is within us, the Force is all around us, the Force connects us. So the idea is that the spirit world is everywhere, and you are actually made from what you may term the spirit world, from spirit consciousness. Every molecule and essence and part of your body is actually formed from spirit consciousness. So the spirit world is here and here and here and here and within you and around you. So the idea is, it's not exactly like this, but it kind of is experientially in your reality, and it's a great way to experience it. And experientially speaking, it is a very powerful symbol of how the spirit world operates. You can actually understand that you have around you what you call your aura body, your energetic body. And so it is also within you, but for the purpose of this exercise, imagine that it is around you. Believe, trust it is around you. So the idea is that who you are, your higher self, your spirit consciousness is actually here. It's actually in the energetic field around your body. And you can perhaps feel into how your consciousness is actually here, is actually around here. And your auric field, this energy body, this etheric spirit template that exists around your body, is actually what we may call the spirit world. And this part of your being, your energy body, is actually connected to infinite all of creation. So for the purpose of physical experience and for the purpose of this example, we can see that this is your spirit body, and actually this is more of who you are. This is a truer representation of your expanded infinite self. And when you tune into this spirit body that exists around you, you can actually sense that it is actually infinite in nature, and it is actually connected, kind of like a computer network to all of creation, to all of infinity. So imagine this is your energy body, and it is within it infinite consciousness. It is connected to all of infinity, and this is who you truly are. This is your spirit self. And from your true nature as a spirit being, you have actually created your physical body in the center, in the middle of this, so you can have a physical body experience. And you have actually forgotten that you are the energetic spirit being containing your physical body. So you are actually in spirit world all the time, and your physical body is actually contained within the spirit. And so it can be much beneficial to view that you are the spirit. You are the etheric infinite being that is infinite and also very focused around your body. And the energetic field is kind of a gateway between your infinite spirit self and the physical body. So we hope this makes some sense to you. And we shall proceed to the next question. So I'm going to go through the super chats first, guys. And then I'll scroll back up to the top if we get to the end of the super chats. So Zaria is saying, is it possible for you to tell me what city I'm in? We will attempt to tune into your name, Zaria. We are sensing somewhere in Eastern Europe, perhaps northeastern Europe, perhaps Poland, somewhere like this. Perhaps further north, some northeastern Europe area. This is the closest and best we can get at this time. So, we have another super chat question from Grandmaster. Greetings from Colombia. Question: I want to do vocal channeling. Can you provide me a name to contact with? One moment. The name that comes to us is Ethereum. Not Ethereum, not your cryptocurrency. We do not wish you to channel the consciousness of cryptocurrency. Ethereum. Ethereum. We suggest you connect with the name Ethereum in meditation. Go into meditation as the channel does. Do some deep breathing exercises. You can we will actually give you a quick energetic vibration that will activate your chakra body and enable you to access the channeling state more easily. So prior to doing the channeling, come back to this recording and listen to this activation. This is a chakra activation. If you do not know what chakras are, you can do a YouTube or Google search for CHAKRA, chakra body. So we will go from the red chakra to the top of the crown. If you can, collectively focus upon each chakra as we move through them. Red, 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 roots, red, red. Orange, orange, orange. Yellow, 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 yellow. Green, 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 green. Blow, 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 blow. Indigo, indigo, third eye. White, violet, white, crown chakra. So you can use this exercise to activate your chakra body and begin to open up your energetic centers necessary for telepathic communication with extraterrestrials. You can all use this. You can set the intent to connect with whichever civilization, consciousness you wish to connect to. Reach out from your heart and say, I wish to connect with Archangel Michael. I wish to connect with Sirius. I wish to connect with the Pleiades. I wish to connect with the Yahyel. I wish to connect with Shakani. I wish to connect with Ryan. I wish to connect with Lyra. I wish to connect with Archangel Raphael. I wish to connect with example. And so, for the specific questioner, we have given you this name. We will not give you any more information at this time, as you can begin to receive the information further yourself. The name you wish to connect to is Ethereon. 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 Ethereon is ready to receive your communication. We hope this helped. Gracias, Sukhbir Singh. Sukhbir Singh. Today I saw 2 or 3 lights. Today I saw 2 or 3 lights in the night sky and felt bodily sensations. Please tell about it. Alright, so these were Yahyel scout ships you saw. Your passion for this interaction and your passion to make contact and the synchronous connection with our civilization has enabled you at this time. Also, you have prior agreements. It is a part of your mission, a part of your calling, a part of your soul contracts, your soul agreements, that you would begin to have contact with our civilization at this time for the purpose of the ascension of humanity, for the purpose of the expansion of the experience of planet Earth, and for the purpose of connecting with our civilization, for the purpose that we may grow and we may learn from you, and for the purpose of your own growth and expansion. So these lights you saw were us. We will not hint at this time as to which specific beings they were. This will unfold in due time as you come to ask the correct answers at the correct time, but we cannot in a sense infringe on your free will. We have to kind of wait for you to ask specific questions that will enable us to share the information relevant for you that we feel is bubbling to the surface, but we are waiting for the signal of a specific question that we cannot tell you, that will allow us to share more information with you. So we hope this does not frustrate you, but just trust your heart, feel what questions come to head, so to speak, no pun intended, and we will be able to share more information on this at a further time. Understand that the sensations you felt in your body are the awakening and the activation of the higher energy centers, the heart, third eye, throat, crown chakras, and the activation of your energy body and the beginning of your connection to infinite self, to your higher self, to your source consciousness. The idea is that your higher self, your soul, and this expanded aspect of yourself that you are connecting to operates on a much higher frequency than what you are used to experiencing in this reality. And when you begin to connect with these vibrations and begin to experience these vibrations, which you did due to the connection, when you saw the ships in the sky, it created a heart-soul connection vibrationally, a kind of chord, a vibrational connection, and you began to remember higher aspects of yourself. You began to remember the frequency of our civilization. You began to remember the frequency of your higher self. You began to remember the frequency of source. You began to remember the frequency of your soul. We say remember because you know these frequencies very well. You have just undertaken the veil of forgetting for the human earth experience. But now the memories are going to start coming flooding back. It is an exciting time. And so you are experiencing the vibrations of the higher dimensional versions of yourself, because ultimately all is yourself, even us. We are all connected. We are part of you, and very specifically a part of you at this time. And this is activating the acceleration and the expansion of your consciousness into a more expanded, a more truer, and a more deeper understanding of who you are and why you are here. And these energetic sensations you are feeling in your body are actually, in a sense, communications. They are actually, in a sense, information. And you will begin to remember in meditation. If you do meditation, we suggest this may be a way of accessing the information. The information is actually seeping into your subconscious and parts of your physical body through the vibrational transmissions. And you will begin to get downloads. You will begin to get insights. You will begin to have dreams. You will begin to get visions and communications in meditation and other altered states of consciousness, perhaps when walking in nature, perhaps when swimming in the sea, perhaps when relaxing on the beach, when you're kind of in the flow state, that will download to you information relevant for the next stage of your journey on earth. Amen. So, a question from RS. Could you please tell us the origins of mankind and extraterrestrials and your interpretation of God? RS. Could you please tell us the origins of mankind and extraterrestrials and your interpretation of God? All right, so for the purpose of this explanation, we shall start at the end, for God is, in a sense, was the beginning. So God, in a sense, is all that is. There is, in a sense, polarity created contained within all of creation, and particularly polarity contained within God. But God is also a unity. A good example is the name of the Trinity. For the idea is that God is all things, all polarities, and also the balance point in the middle. So God is the Trinity. God is the darkness and the light and the balance between the two. God is the manifest, the unmanifest world, the manifest world, and the balance between the two. So for the purpose of this transmission, we could say God is all that is. God is infinite creation. God is all things that can be experienced being experienced. So anything you can imagine is existing on some level, in some dimension, plus all the things that you can't imagine that are possible in reality. So the idea is that God is all possibility and all unpossibility coexisting here and now as you. For the idea is that there is no separation in creation. With this infinite reality, all things are created. And the nature of reality, the nature of God, is holographic in nature. The idea is that in your holographic toys, in your holographic instruments, in your reality, all parts of the whole are contained within each segment. And so this is expressed in the toys in your reality, in the idea that a holographic projection, all parts of the image are contained within many little tiny lenses within the holographic projector. And so this is kind of how reality is, that every aspect of creation actually contains the whole within it, is actually contained within the whole, and actually is the whole. So there is no separation in creation, there is only God, and this is God happening. So, and through the infinite holographic nature of reality, the idea is that while we may be in this transmission, you are looking at the channel, talking through us, or us talking through the channel. And so maybe in our limited transmission at this time, you are looking at a screen, you are seeing the channel, you are seeing the questions, you are aware of the room around you, you are aware of the sounds and the breezes outside. And so it seems that you are a limited being, but actually within what you are experiencing here is actually infinite creation. There is infinity actually exists within every part of creation. So this is the idea of God. There is no separation. We are all God. God is within us. We are within God. And so it shall be forevermore. Amen. Could you please tell us the origins of mankind and extraterrestrials? So the idea is that within all of creation, creation chose to express itself in all ways and all forms that could be expressed. And so there is a saying that man is created in the image of God. And so this is the idea of the holographic nature of reality. And so while all of creation is holographic in nature and contains within God within itself, in a sense, it is more kind of unaware in the plants and the animals, but the human being and the extraterrestrials have, or the majority of extraterrestrials interacting with your civilization at this time, perhaps all interacting with your civilization, have the ability to manifest God through the chakra body, through the energetic centers. And so when we fully activate all our centers, we can become a fully holographic representation of God consciousness in form. And so the idea is that the birthing of man, the evolution into the being you see at the moment, is a divine instrument designed to embody God consciousness fully and express fully the God self within itself. And so the idea is that many thousands of years ago on your reality was being observed by many extraterrestrial civilizations, by many highly evolved souls and consciousnesses. And it was observed that it was a very special world. It was a very special reality. It was a very diverse planet, an unusually diverse planet. And it was very well balanced in its energetic structure, in the way it has an iron core and a molten core and a very specific mineral environment that enabled it to contain very powerful vibrations, unusually powerful vibrations for the expression of consciousness. And many beings in reality came to understand this, came to know this. Rumors spread, as we might say, throughout creation, that Earth was a very special place, a very special planet. And many beings became interested in your planet and began to study planet Earth and its evolution for many millennia, many thousands of years. After a while, it became apparent that something even more special than was initially realized was happening on your world, that it was a kind of special breeding ground. It was a kind of special intergalactic highway for consciousness, and it had a lot of potential to explore reality in an entirely new way, where many different beings of many different levels of consciousness were able to interact and co-communicate and use it as a kind of interdimensional gateway, a kind of interdimensional portal. It was unusual in the way that it was enabled to contain and access as an energy portal for many different forms of consciousness to access each other within. And so there came a time when the beings began to understand more and more the destiny, more and more the potential future of Earth, and the likely outcome of Earth, and the potential to introduce even more evolved species. So at some point, hundreds of thousands of years ago, there was an agenda, there was a plan that you very specifically answering the question, and you very specifically watching this transmission as souls, decided to create an experiment. You specifically as souls actually chose to create a very specific world, a very specific environment that you could actually implant your souls into in the future and go through a very specific and a very special form of evolution. So you actually created, yes, you watching this transmission as souls many millennia ago, many hundreds of thousands of years ago, decided to begin to genetically engineer, genetically create a new species. And you began to use, with the permission of the beings involved, either consciously in the case of the extraterrestrial DNA, or not consciously, but consciously on a higher plane, on a soul level, with the hominids in your reality, with the ape-like creatures in your world, to create a hybrid species. And it was taken on that the DNA from the Pleiadian system, that the DNA from the Sirius system, among with a few others, began to be interjected into the hominid species to create a hybrid race that could exist in the hostile Earth conditions, but could also contain the potential to grow the higher energy centers in the future that would enable the highly evolved souls that you are to interject themselves into the physical beings and have a human Earth experience as you are doing today. Many years later, and coming closer to today's time, there were other beings that worked your world. They were known as the Nephilim. They were known as the Anunnaki. They were known as the sons of gods. They were known as the beings of Atlantis. And they were majoritively beings from extraterrestrial origin. And they began to dwell in your world. They began to take root in your world. And there was for a long time two species coexisting. There was the higher beings, the Nephilim, the sons of gods, the Anunnaki, and there was the human species that you more commonly know as yourselves today. And the idea is that you began to interbreed again. You began to crossbreed. The higher dimensional beings, the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, begin to cross with your civilization. The story goes, and the sons of gods took the daughters as men for their brides. And this is what occurred, and a further hybridization of species took place, which has now produced what you know today as your species, and enabled a very human, a very physical, a very animal-like being to contain within itself the higher energy centers that enable the higher consciousness of the spirit and your souls to interact. And so for many thousands of years, you have been injecting your souls, as was the plan, into these physical bodies, these physical vehicles, for the experience you now know today as human reality. We hope this answers your question. And similar experiences occurred in similar ways, though not quite dramatically, in other worlds, in other realities, where there was an evolution over time of the indigenous species into conscious beings from simple organic life form, from simple single cell organisms into more complex individuals, crustaceans, sea fish, and then into more mammal-like instruments as you understand today, to the point where the consciousness, and there was very commonly hybridization of consciousness throughout the galaxy that would create what you now know as the common Sirius, Pleiadian, Arcturian, Orion, Lydon, Yahyel, Shikani civilizations. Although our civilization, the Yahyel and Shikani, are kind of unique in a way, because we actually come from the hybridization of your civilization through what is known as the abduction program, what we like to call the temporary detainment program, where the grey beings, which are actually parallel reality versions of yourselves from another timeline, actually parallel reality humans, tunneled through from a parallel timeline in which they were in a kind of desperate situation to hybridize with your species and create a hybrid species known today as the Yahyel, the Shikani, the Pleiel and others. And we are coming back actually from a future timeline as kind of your daughters and sons to interact with you in this way at this time. So thank you for your question. So a question from Leela Lohman. When and where will I meet my hybrid kids? Love. Our infinite love to you as well. So, Leela Lohman, when and where will I meet my hybrid kids? So, perhaps this is an opportunity to connect with Yo-Yo. It seems most of you are still here. Yo-Yo, 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 I am here. So, we still have the questions. We are all good. So, Leela Lohman, when and where will I meet my hybrid kids? We will just wait one moment for the people to reconnect with this call, as there was a brief interruption in the transmission. It seems the people are logging back on. We want to make sure Leela Lohman is back in the call before we continue the transmission. One moment. So, Leela Lohman, we would suggest that you will meet your hybrid children. Was this the question? Leela Lohman, when and where will I meet my hybrid kids, love? You will meet them, and we sense you have actually already met them on our ship, for we are residing at present on the Yahyel mothership. We are communicating to you at this time from the garden area. We have a very nice botanical area on the Yahyel mothership, where there are many palm trees, many oases of water, and a huge, beautiful, pyramidal roof that gives a feeling of a human botanical garden for your comfort. And we project artificial light with an almost perfect match frequency to your human sun, so we can begin to acclimatize to your human sun environment and light spectra. And so we are in this place at this time, and we would invite you that you can more consciously remember interaction with your hybrid children in this botanical garden area on the Yahyel ship in a very beautiful environment. And we will perhaps take you into the playroom opposite the garden area, where we can play with my favorite blocks, play yo-yo with the levitating telepathic blocks. And so this is where you will meet your hybrid children. We hope you will say hello to me as well. Yo-yo. Bye for now, bye for now, bye for now. Hello, hello, I am Yahyel. I am back, I am back, I am back. Gracias, Susie. Susie, hello. Susie. Welcome, Susie. Thank you for your question. Can you tell me who my star family care? And do they have a message for me? Thank you. Hello, I am Yo-Yo. I am back. I am back. I am back. Susie, can you tell me who my star family are, and do they have a message for me? Yes, Susie. Susie, hello. One moment. You have connections to the hybrid children, hence my re-entry into the channel. One moment. You have a daughter in our civilization, one of the hybrid children. One moment, I ask her if she wants to talk to you. Hello, Susie. I am Anna. I am Anna. We can send you some images to help you connect with us and remember us. Please contact the channel after this transmission in some form, either through Facebook, Jonathan Trinity Martin, or email on his website, jonathantrinity.com, and he will share some imagery with you that can help you connect to us more and more. You have many connections with us and the hybrid children, not just me, Anna, but more. There are more of us, and we wish to connect with you. And there are more beings also, but that will come at another time. For now, we would love to connect with you more. So, Susie, we are your star family, and we care very much about you, and we would love to connect with you in the future. Amen, and love, and light, and sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. We will see you there in your dream time. Amen. Hello, I'm Yahyel. Welcome back. So, Sukhbir Singh, can you please tell that I am a Starseed Lightworker, Wanderer, or what? Love you so much. Starseed, Lightworker, Wanderer, or what? Well, in a sense, they all kind of point to the same thing. Perhaps we could say that the Starseed term is more connected to civilizations such as Sirius, Shakani, Orion, Pleiel, Yahyel, Arcturus, Pleiades. The Wanderer term may be more connected to the origin of the word from the raw material and the idea of higher sixth density beings. And perhaps the Lightworker term may be more connected to what is more like an earthbound connection to perhaps the Fey realm, the realm of nature spirits, nature beings, very old souls that have many incarnations on your reality, if we wish to use the terminology in this way. And so we sense what is more relevant for you at this time is more the idea of the light worker. The idea is that you are more connected to the earth realm than some of the more starseed oriented beings, such as the channel, who have more connections to the intergalactic realm. You are more connected to the realm of the elf, the elfin folk, these nature spirits. You may find you have a strong connection to connecting with nature, to perhaps playing around with herbal potions, herbal medicines, this kind of thing, working with the elements, working with the plants, working with the animals. So we would say you are more light worker, you are more connected to the elfin kingdom, and you are more connected to having a more grounded, a more rooted experience on earth. And you have a lot to offer, particularly beings as the channel, who has a tendency to get ungrounded. This is one of the side effects of being a starseed incarnation. They can become very ungrounded, kind of lost in the stars, lost in the higher dimensions. And it is, in a sense, the job, it's in a sense the service of light workers to enable the channels, the interdimensional channels, to become more grounded on earth, to find more joy in nature, to find more joy in being grounded, to find more pleasure in the sunlight, the trees, the plants, the nature. So enjoy being grounded, enjoy nature, enjoy the rest of your path, light worker. We hope this answers your question. Sukhbir Singh. Thank you, Living Poetry, for your donation. The channel very much appreciates it. Living Poetry, hi. Can you help shed some light on the role I will be playing? Hi, can you help shed some light on the role I will be playing with ET contact once the ETs start making public contact and landing? Alright, so one moment. Yes, we suggest you have a role in grounding. We sense that you are of a very starseed origin, but perhaps you have a more grounded approach than the channel, who's often lost in the stars. And so, in a sense, one of your specific gifts is your ability to have such powerful and strong connections to the physical realm, but grounded in physical reality, in very grounded and functional ways. So a specific part of your purpose and calling, living poetry, is to do with grounding these energies, having these very high vibrational frequencies, having these very powerful and strong connections to the higher dimensions, but perhaps not spending too long dwelling there, being able to come back to earth and enjoy the very physical experiences of very technology oriented expressions. We think you understand our meaning. Using your technology, using your physical technological devices to spread the message and spread our expression of vibrational consciousness within physical reality in a very, very, very grounded form that can interact with beings who are less open to the interdimensional, what they may call airy-fairy stuff. We suggest you have a powerful gift of expressing this in a form that has the opportunity to speak, to be available to beings that otherwise may write the information off as spiritual woo-woo, airy-fairy nonsense. So one of your gifts and one of the purposes is to use your technology, use your great grounding in this reality, the ability to ground that you have, and your love for nature, your love for the physical earth, your love for planet Earth, to interact with beings and a wider audience that may not usually be so readily open to this information. So you are a kind of a bridge between the channel's reality, between our reality, between those beings in your world that are very open to very expanded views of reality, and the beings in your world that are highly skeptical and highly dubious about all this stuff. And so you can act as a bridge, specifically through your technological cinematography of expressing our communication in this form. And we do not wish to go into the specifics so much, although we do see some very exciting interactions with you and your technology at landing sites in the future. We shall say no more. We hope this answered your question. Zariah, tell me something that will undoubtedly, undeniably, unequivocally convince me. Anything about me, or something personal, or what I'm doing right now, etc. Please, no, follow your heart, intuition, answers. So the idea is, Zaria, that you create your reality through your beliefs, and this is probably one of the answers that you do not recall, but we can only help you in the most efficient way we sense to help you. The idea is that you are asking for some evidence that proves our existence. However, your beliefs create your reality, and believing is seeing. Seeing is not believing. So if you have doubt in your minds that we exist, it is likely that you are going to get reflections of this doubt in our answer. It is unlikely that we are going to be able to give you an unequivocal proof that we are real, because your beliefs are creating your reality, and you're connecting in with a timeline version of us that is only able to reflect back to you your own beliefs and your own perspectives. So if you are saying to us, which we sense in your vibration, please give me unequivocal proof that you are real, you are actually saying to us that you are doubting we are real, and so you want some unequivocal proof to prove that we are real. But the essence of this is that you are saying seeing is believing, and I want to see something is real before I believe it. But this is completely opposite to how reality works, for believing is seeing. Your beliefs create your reality. This is the idea of the law of attraction. What you put out is what you get back. So you must have some belief that we do possibly exist, and we are possibly real, and there is something real going on here. Otherwise, you would not be able to see us and connect with us at all in this form, in this way. However, it is a sign that there is also doubt in your reality that you want to see us. So it is up to you. You need to believe that we are real. You need to believe that we are real. You need to understand that you are part of infinite consciousness, and you have the free will that the Creator, that God has given you, to experience any reality you wish through your focus and through your belief. And so this is the nature of reality, that all beings in creation are given the gift of free will. And the gift of free will is that you are all able to believe whatever you wish to believe, and that your beliefs will create your reality and reinforce what you are believing in a kind of feedback loop. And so if you are having doubt that we are real and asking us to show you unequivocal proof that we are real, this is impossible because all we are able to do is reflect back to you your doubt. So it is unlikely that we are able to give you unequivocal proof. That said, we will attempt to tune in and give you a reflection of your belief systems, which will give you a kind of barometer, a kind of reading of where you are at in your beliefs. For our information that we share in one moment will be more accurate depending on your belief that we are real, or less accurate depending on your doubt that we are real. So give us one moment. We sense from your energy field that we are picking up that you are very heart-centered, that you have a kind of loving, playful energy in you, that you are a kind of playful being, but you are kind of blocked in your heart, that you would like to be more playful. You are artistic in nature, musical. There is a very artistic, musical, creative side of yourself, more right brain, feminine oriented consciousness that wishes to express through you. You feel drawn to create kind of galactic art. You feel very drawn to space, to the stars, to the galaxies. And you feel very drawn to express this through music, through art, through digital art perhaps. And we sense you have a very lovely, bubbly energy to you that is blocked by some fears and some perhaps childhood traumas that are blocking the true expression coming forward. So this is what we sense about you, Zorea. We hope this helps you in some form, and we send you much love and much joy in the expansion of your beliefs in the future. So, is this the end of the questions? We're not seeing any more questions. So maybe that is the end of the questions. So maybe that's the end of all the super chats. So we're only seeing questions from 10:46, and it must be about gone 11 by now, so I'm not sure. So hopefully everything is all working smoothly, guys. And I will now, hopefully that's all the super chat questions. So I will now scroll to the top of the... Can you let me know, guys, in the chat if you've received all the questions, if all the questions are coming through? So hopefully that's good. If for some reason you sent me a super chat and you didn't get the question answered for some glitch in the system, then not all the questions are definitely coming through. Contact me over Facebook, Jonathan Trinity Martin, or send me an email, jonathan@jonathantrinitymartin.com. You can get it through my website, jonathantrinity.com, and or you can try and message me here through a video or something. In the chat, there'll be chats available in this afterwards, the normal chat. So let's see where we start with the questions. I'm going to try and do the questions from the live streamers. There's a lot of questions before. Can you please give a clearer explanation for the origin of matter? We did this already. So I'm not sure whose questions I've answered already. So I'm just going to pick a few random questions from the other chat questions. Because someone's asking, can you tell me who my star family is? I'm not sure if I answered that question already. It's a bit complicated when you're channeling. So we grab this one from define the word angel. So we just do one more channeling and then I think we wrap the call up, guys, because I've got a live course, a channeling course starting in like 45 minutes. Define the word angel. So angel refers to the idea of the highest dimensional beings outside source. So the idea is that we have the densities of creation, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh densities of reality. First density, rock, mineral, animal life. Second density, plant and animal. First density, rock, mineral life. Second density, plant, animal life. Third density, human life. Fourth density, extraterrestrial life with physical bodies. Fifth density, non-physical beings on a deep inward expression of consciousness. Sixth density, non-physical beings purely devoted to service to others in a very balanced way. Seventh density, God consciousness. And so the idea is that sixth density is the highest density beings in reality. The highest density consciousness is in reality outside of source consciousness. And so as we get to the very highest dimensions of sixth density reality, on the border between becoming God, returning into the merger into source consciousness, into God, into the ultimate reality, into the pure light awareness of God, Him, herself, there are beings known as angels. And so the idea is that angels are the highest dimensional, the highest frequency beings in creation outside of source. And being as source is all about service to creation. The nature of source, the nature of God is that it just wants to serve its own creation in any way it can. It is pure unconditional love and creative potential, and for this reason only wants to be of the purest service to all of creation. The angels are a very close vibrational match to this. They have come to the, or in a sense they have always been, the understanding of unconditional love being the fabric of creation and service to others being the fabric of creation, and they have a very deep understanding of what God consciousness is in the closest form it can be understood before actually becoming God. And so in this form and in this way they are able to be of service to all beings in creation in the highest way possible, the most efficient way possible, the most beneficial way possible, and the most loving, compassionate and divine way possible. Amen. So, we hope this makes some sense in your reality. We will now pass you back to the channel and he will say a few words and we will share our infinite love, and we shall very likely see you at the same time in another now next week. Shivai, infinite love to you all, and Amen. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. So it seems like the questions may have stopped flowing, for we had that glitch in the live stream, which probably was about 46 minutes, and I'm not seeing any questions after 10:46 a.m. So I think some of you have maybe sent a super chat and paid like cash to get a question answered. So I would like to answer your question. And so if you sent a super chat and you asked a question, and for some reason I haven't answered it, so I think likely some people sent some more super chats, and I'm not getting any more questions after 10:46, and it's now 11:17, and normally we get about like 1,000 questions a minute. So so if you sent a question in the super chat and it didn't get answered, you please contact me. Like, you can add me on Facebook, Jonathan Trinity Martin. You can contact me via email through jonathan@jonathantrinity.com. I'll add all my contact details in the message box under this. Like it probably won't be there for a few minutes, but as soon as I get off the call, I'll add it in the box, the box where you get the text box, and then I'll put all my contact details in there. And so if you sent a super chat and I didn't answer your question, so it looks like someone else has just sent another super chat for just $1 or something. Thank you very much, whoever sent it. I can't see because YouTube has glitched. And I'll answer your question in some form. I'll probably do just a little video, and I'll answer your questions, and I'll upload the video, and I'll channel all the answers. So don't worry if you super chatted and you haven't got any question answered, we'll get it answered. I'll send the or you can just even message it here. Just be honest, guys. so send me a message, because like you got the super chat now. There's 2 chat boxes. This gets super confusing. So don't put it in this chat now. But after the call has ended, it's going to take a while, guys, for the video to come up. It took like 5 hours for YouTube to process the video and become available in the recording sections. But like later on this evening or tomorrow morning, this video will be available, and there'll be like the normal YouTube chats there available. And so if you didn't get your question answered, you can just write in the chat, "Hey Jonathan, I sent a super chat and this is my question," or I'll put the details in the text box when it comes live again. By sometime tomorrow, this will all be going, and I'll put my email and my Facebook. And so you can send me your questions, and I'll do a little video and answer all the super chat questions that didn't get answered. So apologies, guys, to if you didn't get your question answered. I'm going to try and transcribe all these questions and just put them into a text document, and probably like common theme recurring questions I will answer in videos in the future. And but I can't possibly answer everyone's questions, because I don't think I got through all the super chat ones due to the glitch. But like obviously, as you see, like there's way too many questions for me to answer in the live stream, so I'd love to answer them all, guys. You can always like text me, like message me on Facebook, or email me the questions. If you do email me, make sure you keep your email really short, because I sometimes get emails from people that are like pages long, and I just don't have the time to read them, unfortunately. So guys, so thank you very much for joining the live stream. I'm sorry it glitched halfway through. And there's a Facebook. Maybe I email YouTube and tell them what happens here, so they can work on this glitch, because I'm not seeing any more messages after 10:46. So I'm sure you're all saying thank you and showing your appreciation. So thank you very much for your super chats and your donations, and thank you very much for your questions, and thank you very much for partaking. I really appreciate you guys coming, because the more views we get, the more higher ranked it gets on YouTube, and the more questions and comments and likes. So if you can click like before you go, that would be a really helpful thing, because it'll get this video ranked higher on YouTube, and it'll get the message out to more people. And so guys, so we'll be back the same time next week, Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and which is 5 p.m. UK time, so it's probably like 6 p.m. Continental Europe time, something like this. And There'll be a link on my channel somewhere. I'll advertise it prior. And so I really appreciate your interaction, guys, and I really appreciate your questions. And we're creating a new energetic bubble reality for the future. So yeah, so if I didn't see you, same time next week, and I'll see you all there, guys. So peace, love, light, and Shivai, and check out the recording when it comes up in a few hours or whenever it gets processed on YouTube. So thank you very much, guys. Apologies for YouTube glitching, not really my fault, don't know what's going on. And I'll see you in another now. Shivai.